What if the Bible was never meant to be a prophetic book at all? What if it was not about the future, but a fragmented memory of a civilization that vanished long before the Anunnaki, with only a handful of survivors left to carry the story forward? Imagine a chronicle not of promises, but of wounds. In the Atrahasis epic, the gods debate humanity's noise and choose to drown it out with a flood. This is not a prediction. It is a record of a catastrophe already lived. And in the Epic of Gilgamesh, Uta-Napishti, called Zusudra in Sumerian, does not warn of a flood to come. He tells of the one that already consumed his world. The Ark is not a symbol of hope, but a survival manual. The so-called Garden of Eden? Perhaps it is not prophecy, but nostalgia. The Sumerian hymns of Dilmun describe a pure land without disease, where lions do not kill and humans live in harmony. A real place, likely a lush delta that once existed and was later drowned, remembered only as myth. In the Tower of Babel, that story echoes an older text, in Merkar and the Lord of Arada, which speaks of a time when all people shared one language, until city rivalries shattered that unity. Once again, not prophecy, but archive. Even the creation stories point backward. In the Babylonian Enuma Elish, the cosmos is born out of chaos after Marduk splits Tiamat's body. Order is restored not as a first beginning, but as recovery after collapse. Egyptian pyramid texts speak of kings rising to the stars, not in heaven's promise, but as navigators of the skies using astronomy to rebuild their broken calendar. The Rig Veda of India asks in its Nasadiya hymn, who truly knows where creation came from? It offers no prophecy, only a sharp awareness of lost origins. And what about angels, watchers, and giants? The Mesopotamian Apkallu were sages before the flood, said to have taught humanity writing, agriculture, and law. After the flood, they become half-remembered, shadows at the edge of memory. The Bible calls them Nephilim, but the Sumerian king list already preserved their names rulers with impossibly long lifespans, echoes of a distorted memory of ancient power. Across Ugarit, Persia, and Egypt, the same theme repeats. Councils of gods, like human courts, wisdom texts about speech, justice, and truth. None of these were written to foretell tomorrow. They were written to preserve the ruins of yesterday. And then the Anunnaki arrive in the texts, not as future saviors or destroyers, but as administrators of what was left, judges of the underworld, stewards of ruined memory. Their presence is less prophecy than paperwork, a cosmic bureaucracy for a broken world. What later generations call prophecy may simply be trauma written in clay, survivors writing to remember, not to warn. Stories of water, of paradise lost, of unity broken, of giants fallen. The Bible then could be read not as a book of what will be, but as a survival anthology of what was, a memory palace of a civilization that could not preserve itself except in story, myth, and ritual. When we hear it today, it sounds like arrows shot toward the future. But in truth, they point back beyond the Anunnaki, back to a world that once was and that slipped away. And so the question is, are we going to do better today?